Ladies and gentlemen, patriots, skeptics, believers, and anyone that's still holding on to a thread of common sense, let's face a hard truth. Our two major political parties have turned into two battling cults. Once they were supposed to represent ideas, now they represent identities, and not just identities, absolutes. There's no middle ground anymore. The Democrat Party became the left, and the Republican Party became the right, and from there, both sides decided to mutate. We now have the far left screaming about tearing down every institution known to man in the name of progress, while never having worked a blue-collar day in their life. And the far right gripping so tightly to their version of patriotism that it starts to look like paranoia mixed with a bunker mentality. And here's the kicker. Neither extreme actually serves you. They serve chaos, they serve power, and they definitely serve division, right? And they don't do it under the guise of justice, liberty, truth, or even God. But make no mistake, God is not the author of confusion. That's someone else's job. A house divided against itself cannot stand. That wasn't just scripture. That was Abraham Lincoln quoting scripture, trying to save a country on the brink of self-destruction. But here we are again, yelling across party lines like it's the Civil War 2.0. But this time fought on Twitter, TikTok, and Thanksgiving dinner tables. You think that the Founding Fathers envisioned this? They warned us. George Washington literally begged us in a farewell address, avoid the dangers of partisan division. He said it would become a frightful despotism. And what do we have now? A digital age despotism where political tribes are the new religions, and if you don't worship at the altar of your team, you're burned at the stake of cancellation. And while we argue about pronouns or MAGA hats, do you know what's happening behind the curtain? The elite on both sides are raking in money, passing bills you've never read, growing richer, and laughing. Because the people are distracted, they're divided, distrustful. Mission accomplished. You want to talk about spiritual warfare? It's not just in your prayer closet. It's in your policies, it's in your algorithms, it's in the way we now dehumanize our neighbors over a Facebook meme or a misquoted headline. This is no longer about Democrat versus Republican. It's about truth versus manipulation, unity versus madness, and light versus darkness. We're not called to be Republicans or Democrats first. We're called to be honest, just, humble, loving, and wise. We're called to stand for truth even when it's inconvenient to our party line. So I'll say it plain. If your political beliefs make you hate your neighbor, your beliefs are an idol. If your truth changes based on who's in office, it was never truth at all. This nation is being torn apart not by ideas, but by egos, by the addiction to being right, but the refusal to listen, by the worship of division. But it doesn't have to stay this way. We can put down the pitchforks, we can rise above the chaos, we can return to something deeper than politics, our shared humanity. And for some of us, our shared faith. Because unity doesn't mean agreement, it just means respect. It means standing side by side even when we don't see eye to eye. America doesn't need more partisans. It needs more peacemakers. It needs more truth tellers. It needs you. Because if we don't come together, we won't need enemies to destroy us. We'll do it ourselves. So, God help us. Thank you.